What's going on, everyone? Happy Friday to everyone. Hopefully everyone is doing well, staying safe, healthy. If you had to take a COVID test, hopefully you have tested negative. If you did test positive, I hope you have a full and speedy recovery with no long COVID issues and no long-term issues. And I hope you've tested negative for all the other viruses as well. It is time now for the Friday edition of the Pandemic Update from out here in the wild for Friday, January 12th, 2023. We do have several things to talk about today. I'm looking here at my notes. And first off, if you're new to my channel, maybe this is the first time you've seen my pandemic update. We do the pandemic update in several different ways. Sometimes I sit at home and do it from my computer screen where I share my screen. We take a look at some news stories, some data. And then sometimes when I'm busy with work, we do it from out here in the wild where I give you some notes that I have written down or typed up. And I also share what I'm seeing going on out here in the wild. So if you like these videos, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more content like this, subscribe to my channel down below. If you want to join in on the conversation, by all means, leave a comment or sign up for a member of my forum website, datareport.info, where you can post a topic, about anything in relation to the viruses. It could even be climate related. I do have a little climate section at the bottom of that website. You can join in on the conversation and let us know what you are seeing. All right, first off today, let's just go down the list in order here. So it's going to be a little out of place, but we'll just go in the way I have it here on my notes. First off, Philadelphia yesterday had 764 EMS incidents. That is below that 800 threshold. Haven't been paying too close attention today on what's going on in the burbs right now, but that total is Thursday's total EMS calls. I will say this. I have not seen many ambulances. Have I seen a single ambulance today? Yes, I did see one ambulance out here in the wild. I think that's less than what I've been seeing, but my route was a little bit different today. I didn't go past Abington Hospital. It used to be called Abington Memorial Hospital. Now it's Abington Jefferson, something like that. So I haven't gotten a chance to see what the ambulance bays look like, if it's filled up or not. Let's cross the river and go into New Jersey. In New Jersey, hospitalizations, 1,359. In the ICU, 186, and 66 people on a ventilator. Discharge volume, it continues to be high. I suspect that will continue. 244 discharges. And I don't have written how many hospitals we were. I think it was 69 out of 70 today, if I remember correctly. The hospitalizations in New Jersey, they're not rapidly falling. They're just slowly falling. All right, this person you may never have heard of. Honestly, I never heard of the person. But if you're a fan of cricket, or maybe you're an international viewer and you watch cricket, cricket player Mitchell Santer tested positive for COVID, and he's going to be missing a cricket game. Or do you call it a cricket match? What's the proper way to say that? Then we move on to this now, and this is relatively interesting. Yet again, health complications for Pope Francis. Pope Francis was unable to complete a speech on Friday, complaining of a touch, never heard this phrase before, a touch of bronchitis during an address to a group of French religious communication experts at the Vatican. If you recall, he had several health episodes, complications, whatever you want to call them, back in 2023, and here we go. We're just 12 days into 2024, and already he's having another health complication. You have to wonder, or at least it's going through my mind as a Catholic. I'm a member of the Catholic Church. You have to wonder, is he eventually going to step down and maybe they find another pope? I don't know. I'm just speculating here, but we'll have to see what happens. All right. Spain, I think we talked about this the other day. It's worth repeating again, so I'll mention it in my comments, and I'm seeing it a lot. Spain makes face masks mandatory in hospitals and health centers again in 2024. This is a good thing, and we're seeing it in a lot of hospitals in the United States. Not enough, not all of them. I don't know if it's half the U.S. hospitals, but there's a number of hospitals here in the United States doing it as well. But, I'm noticing something. So Temple Health, which is a health organization here in Philadelphia. I don't know, in the Philadelphia metro area, Temple College, down in North Philadelphia. I don't know what day they were supposed to start their new masking mandate in their facilities, but I had to do a private ride the other day for someone who needed a cancer procedure done. and I was not seeing anyone masking there. But yet Temple Health, they claimed they went back to a masking policy. Now, this was on Monday. Maybe it wasn't going to start till Tuesday or Wednesday, but I saw, I think, a total of 1 or 2 people masking there. So, yeah, I didn't go inside the facility. I was just doing drop-off and then pick-up, but I did witness to people that were coming in and out. Hardly any of them were masking. Hopefully that is different now that it is Friday, and you are supposed to be in a mask requirement again. This is something else that I really do need to talk about. We're going to skip over this, and that has to do with testing. There's a problem with testing right now. Let's get to New York State first. New York State, 5,632 new cases. That is down slightly from last Friday, if I'm looking at it correctly. And hospitalizations in New York State, they continue to drop. 3,058. It's a steady dropping now. It's not like it's rapidly dropping. It's not like, it's inching its way. No, it's a steady decline. And I do think next week, by the end of next week, they will drop below 3,000 hospitalizations. That's a good thing. We're not seeing that where it drops and then go back up. We'll have to see if Tuesday, maybe they'll have a brief increase on Tuesday before they resume the dropping again. But hey, we got to see what happens. CDC hospital admissions for the past week were 35,801. All right, several little tidbits that I'm going to add here. First off, it's something I do have down here that I want to discuss today. Issues with false negative tests. I'm seeing it all over Twitter. I'm hearing stories where, well, the whole house has COVID, but so-and-so, though he's sick, keeps testing and keeps coming up negative. This is a real thing. Or there's stories where 2 people are sick. Maybe, it could be any number. They keep testing negative. Then on the 4th day or the 5th day, oh, look, surprise, it is COVID after all. This is a real problem that's going on. Accuracy with these tests. This variant has immune escape. JN.1 and testing is not going. Some people are testing positive right away. No problems. The test is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. You're coming down with symptoms. You're getting sick. You take a test. Voila. Hello. It's COVID. Other people, they're taking tests and negative. Remember last week, I was sick for, we'll say, at least 4 out of the 5 days. From Tuesday through Saturday, we'll say. By Sunday, I was feeling better. That cough medicine was helping. 3 negative COVID tests. In that case, I don't think it was COVID. You know what? Who knows? There's other people that are having far worse symptoms. It's lasting a long time. And it's taking until the 5th day for a COVID test to come up and say, oh, it is COVID. This is a problem. How many people know to continuously test? Don't even need my notes anymore. How many people know to continuously test? Most people are 1 and done or 2 and done. Oh, well, I took the COVID test. It was negative, so it's not COVID. It's just a cold. No, you have to understand something. With the JN.1 variant, and even some variants prior to this, it didn't just start with JN.1, but it seems to be a bigger issue with JN.1. The tests are not always detecting it because these variants, this virus, is very smart. I mean, it's smart enough to outsmart our vaccines. Here we are in 2024 now. COVID is still a thing. If all of our treatments did what they were supposed to do, we might be in a better position. But another problem is, as we all know, we're only human. People are only going to play the game of, okay, well, we did your stupid precautions. We did it for a couple weeks. La-di-da, life goes on. You know, people are only going to do that for so long, and here we are in this position. Well, I think some of that behavior is going over to testing. Okay, we took your COVID test. It's negative. You can't be in that philosophy. You have to understand this is a smart virus, and it is currently able to outsmart our testing. Yes, some people are going to show up positive right away. For other people, you're not. This is why I say stock up on tests. If the government's offering free tests, order those tests. Don't be that person that goes into the pharmacy and you have the pharmacy tell you, hey, you qualify for free tests with your insurance. Do you want to get them? Oh, no, I don't need that. Please, no. If they're offering you free tests, take the test. For examples like this, you may get sick and the test may come up negative multiple times. Then you don't have any more tests, but guess what? Maybe it actually is COVID. Or, better example, the whole house gets sick and Well, suddenly you need COVID test and you just only have 2, and there's 5 people in your household and all 5 are sick. Well, who's going to take those 2 tests? No, you need to have a lot of testing on hand. It's something that, believe it or not, I actually messed up on myself. We recently ran low on tests. I had to go out and buy more tests. I ordered a government test, but they didn't come in time, and testing is not cheap right now. Let me tell you, I bought 2 tests last week. It came to $25. That is utterly ridiculous. I mean, I should have bought the test right away, or ordered the government ones right away. I didn't. I got busy. I kept saying, I'll do it the next day. I'll do it the next day. And I'm also a person, we did have a lot of tests on hand. I'm a person that tests often. I like to frequently test, so therefore that depleted my testing supply as well. But the point is, have testing on hand. Be prepared. Have masking on hand. Maybe you don't mask out in the public. Okay, I get it. You're over masking. But when someone comes sick in your house, you need to mask or else you're going to catch it as well. Or if you're sick, you're going to pass it on to the next person. You have to mask when you test positive in the house. I know you don't like wearing these masks. I get it. They may be annoying to you. But you know what? Getting sick, that's annoying too. So you'd rather be safe than sorry. And keep in mind, I've said this before, I'll say it again. One case of COVID can disrupt your life forever. It picks people at random, and some people randomly get COVID. Then they go on to get long COVID. Their immune system becomes defunct. Anytime they come in encounter with another virus, guess what happens? They get sick again and again and again. And I'm seeing this posted on Facebook and social media where people are saying, why do I continuously get sick? Ever since the start of this pandemic, I continuously get sick. It's because COVID has disrupted your immune system, and now you have some sort of an autoimmune or some form of long COVID where you will constantly get sick again and again, and it will be more severe than it would have been if you never had COVID. And that is an ongoing issue that really we need to understand more about. I mean, this pandemic's been going on since 2020. We're in 2024, and we still can't answer the question as to why this randomly happens to healthy people. I mean, people who are perfectly healthy. They go to the gym, they jog, they run, they take their vitamins. All these things that, sometimes you see in a comment. Oh, take vitamins, you'll be fine, blah, blah, blah. Well, no. There are people that do all the right healthy things, and yet they get a case of COVID, and they become one of the unlucky ones that go on to have a warped immune system, long COVID issues. It just happens at random. And then you could have someone else that's, not as healthy, but they get COVID and they end up fine. We don't understand why that happens, which is why the whole rushing back to normal business was just totally uncalled for, because there's so much that we don't understand about this virus. And every time this virus produces a new variant, it's capable of doing new things. For each variant that comes out, there ends up being 6 to 12 months later, a whole bunch of studies on the variants that say, well, this variant was capable of doing that. And here's the problem. By the time we find out about what JN.1 will be able to do, we'll already be on another variant. Just now we're finding out stuff that XBB or the, HV.1, EG.5, remember those variants? BA.2. Just now we're finding out stuff from what those variants could do. That's great that we're finding out the information, but now we're on JN.1, and we don't even know the full scope of what JN.1 can do. There's even some hints that, hey, maybe this was more severe. We're not going to know probably until the start of spring if it actually was, because just now we're going to start coming in to the death wave of the JN.1 variant. All right, guys, that's all I have for you today. Tomorrow will be a at-home data-filled update. We'll take a look at all the new CDC data, whatever news pops up. Sunday will either be the wastewater or a combination news and wastewater, something of that matter. If you learned anything today, give these videos a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel down below if you want to see more content like this. Share this with anyone who needs to see this information. And if you have something to say down below, hey, maybe COVID affected your immune system and now, unfortunately, you continuously get sick or something, let us know down below. I want to know about it. And I probably will be doing a poll on this maybe tonight or this weekend. If you have had COVID, do you find that you continuously get sick now? Maybe we'll do something like that. Alrighty? That's all I have for today. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you all again next time. Again, my website's datareport.info. It's free to become a member. It's free to post whatever you want to post about. It's a safe place. It's moderated by me, and I do have another moderator. I will see you all again next time. Until I see you again next time, stay safe, everyone, and have a fantastic Friday evening. Don't go out there and do anything that's risky that will get you COVID or something else. Mask up. Thanks for watching.